When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin insurance agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate. Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste. Pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more, and we'll stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
Quality, creativity, and customer service. That's what sets Curb Kings apart. Located in London, Kentucky, but serving all the 13th region and southeastern Kentucky, we are your go-to when looking for top-notch quality. If you want your landscaping to truly stand out, our custom curbing is what you need. With many different designs, styles, and colors, true curb appeal can now be obtained at an affordable price, yet long-lasting solution. With over 25 years experience, let Josh Maxey and his crew help you through your next outdoor project while making it one of the most enjoyable upgrades yet.
Are you ready to turn your real estate dreams into a reality? If so, contact Sean Disney with USA Realty. With 27 years of banking experience in commercial and real estate lending and 3 years experience as a top multi-million-dollar producing agent. He's honest, professional, and committed to your success. Call Sean today at 606-620-8350. He's ready and waiting to help make your real estate dreams come true.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is a number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton and their staff have over 60 years experience in the industry, and they're currently protecting over 12 states. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office, the South Florida agency here on West Cumberland Gap Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call at 528-2030. Again, my staff is located at 1456 West Cumberland Gap Parkway, Corbin, Kentucky.
No doubt in the world Let me introduce you to the good folks at American Cable. They are your premier dish network provider here for Southeast Kentucky. They have packages right now starting as low as $91.99 a month, and you get Netflix free for 2 years. Call the good folks at American Cable, 606-712-4203. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. And here we are. We're glad to be with you tonight here on Martin Peterbilt on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network's presentation of Around the Bases. It's now baseball and softball season, sponsored by Zach Davison from Allstate and the good folks at American Cable. But before we go on and talk about baseball and softball, we have to take a minute and give some love to North Laurel. The girls and the boys represented the 13th region, and they represented them very well. And of course, Great Crossing wins the state championship yesterday. But North Laurel made the boys made a great run. They beat Breathitt County 54-53 in the first round, made it to the Elite Eight, and came up just a little short. They would have been able to play on Saturday morning. They lost 69-66 to Montgomery County. So congratulations, North Laurel, on a phenomenal 23-win season. Coach Valentine, took his team a lot farther than a lot of people thought that they would. Preseason, they weren't ranked up there 1, 2, or 3, but they proved everyone wrong. And we are honored tonight to be joined by the lone senior on the team. We like to call him Never Nervous Jervis. And Cole, thank you so much, buddy. I know that it's been a very emotional week for you, but we appreciate you joining us tonight, my friend.
Thanks for having me, Ronnie.
Well, let's talk a little bit about it. Great experience going up there and getting to play at Rupp again, and you being a part of that, being the lone senior. How did it feel different for you this year than the last time you went?
Yeah, well, obviously this year, I knew that we wouldn't, it's winter. I just go home and I wouldn't be coming back, wouldn't be able to have a chance to be able to play there again. So it meant a lot more this year knowing that I had to go out there and it was my last year. And so that's just what I kept telling the guys. I was like, I don't want this to be my last game. And I knew that once we got past region that any game could be. And, we just fought real hard and, ended up, doing really well and won that one game, and it's first time in history. So it meant a lot to be able to do that.
Yeah, you go back and you look at your career, and God's really blessed you, Cole. I mean, you've had a chance to play with some great players, and when over the next few weeks, you'll think about it a little bit more and kind of where you go down for it. But when I think of you, you're a Jag, man. I've watched you come up through middle school and when you were younger and come up through the program. Talk about what it felt like when that horn blew and you looked up. And 54 for North, 53 for Breathitt County. You knew you were living to play one more day. How did that feel, my friend?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was just a sense of relief to be able to, because it was, like I said, it was the first time in history that a team had went up there and done that. And so to be able to be on that team, it just meant so much to me. And I know it meant a lot to the guys. And, we really wanted to get that next one, but just to be able to have the opportunity to play there, because like you said, nobody really expected us to be there. So just to be able to even go up there and then be able to win one game meant a lot.
Yeah, talk about when we talked at the region tournament about a year of revenge, really. Yeah. I mean, Corbin beat you a couple times, obviously South. You guys go into that region tournament, and the region tournament was just amazing this year. There was so much talent. Mm-hmm. Nobody really knew exactly what was going to happen. But from the tip of that first game, there was just a drive that you had. Kind of talk about how Coach prepared you for the region tournament because obviously you couldn't get to state without winning the region.
Yeah, Coach did a phenomenal job getting us prepared. We were, every practice we had, we were just all locked in and ready to go. And, nobody was slacking because we knew we wanted to win it. And so he did a phenomenal job coaching. And, it was just, like you said, South and Corbin had both beat us twice earlier in the year. So we knew we just wanted to, kind of get some revenge, but just go out there and play as hard as we could and just whatever happens, happens.
Well, we saw that with Kentucky and Tennessee, man. It's hard to beat somebody 3 times in a year. We hear that old cliche, but But listen, man, I just, anytime you see me, man, you always come hang out with me, come talk to me. You just got such a great, bright future, man, ahead of you. And next year, your team, so many of them coming back, there's a good chance that they'll be there again. So tell everybody what's going to happen to you. Where, let's say 5 years down the road, in your ideal situation, where's Never Nervous Jervis going to be?
Yeah, I'm not too sure yet. I think I'm probably gonna hang up. Playing ball for school. I mean, I'm sure I'll definitely stay in the gym. Playing for fun with my buddies and stuff. But yeah, I'm really not sure. What I'm gonna be doing 5 years from now. But like you said, the team's gonna be. Everybody will be coming back besides me. So I'll definitely be supporting my guys and being there every game I can, because I mean these past 4 years I've formed, it's like a family to me. All those guys are like a family to me, and so I know I can call them anytime and rely on them. So I'll definitely be back to watch a lot of games and just supporting them.
Yeah, and just got great memories of you and hitting some big shots. Man, you've had a great career. You went out with a bang. You went out at Rupp, and man, I just appreciate you joining us tonight. And man, we wish you the best and luck in your future, buddy.
Well, I appreciate you having me, Ronnie.
All right, that's Cole Jervis from North Laurel, made it all the way to the Elite Eight, 3 points away, one possession from getting to Super Saturday Class Act. Thanks for joining us, Cole. We'll talk to you down the road.
Thank you.
All right. So, man, just a great run by North Laurel. We had to give them some love tonight before we got on into baseball season. And man, just a great young man. He'll wind up coaching, probably be in the booth, doing a radio or TV or something. He's got a great future ahead of him. So we definitely wish him the best. Chrissy says best guy ever, and he's a good fella. He represented the blue and green well at North Laurel, and he's something that young men can aspire to be. So we're going to take a timeout here on the Martin's Peterbilt L4 Security 13th Region Media Network presentation of Around the Bases. We'll talk about some softball when we come back, and our weekly awards here on the 13th Region Media Network, brought to you by the good folks at Allstate Insurance and Zach Davison and All-American Cable. When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin Insurance Agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate. Let me introduce you to the good folks at American Cable. They are your premier dish network provider here for Southeast Kentucky. They have packages right now starting as low as $91.99 a month, and you get Netflix free for 2 years. Call the good folks at American Cable, 606-712-4203. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. And we're back here on Martin's Peterbilt presentation of Around the Bases here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network, brought to you by American Cable and Zach Davison. We want to dig right into our weekly awards and talk about some of the great players and teams as the first 2 weeks of the season are underway. First, let's talk about softball. Girls first, ladies first. Let's take a look at the top 5 players of the week, brought to you by Save Right Home Care. Thank you, Save Right Home Care, for sponsoring the top 5 players of the week. They are from North Laurel, Bella Sizemore. She's hitting .588 on the season, already has 2 homers and 7 RBIs. Bella Sizemore, player of the week. Then go to South Laurel, Miss Emmy Rice, Emmy Rice is already batting .462. She's already hit 6 home runs and has 12 RBIs on the season. She is now the all-time home run record holder at South Laurel. Congratulations, Emmy, on being one of the top 5 players of the week. Then we've got Tessa Mulholland, the young pitcher from North Laurel. So far on this young season, she is 4-0 with a .72 ERA and a save. So she's been in 5 decisions already, and she's batting .538 on the season with 3 doubles and 6 RBIs. Again, Bella Sizemore, Emmy Rice, and Tessa Mulholland. Now, then we go on to Harlan Independence, Addison Jackson. Addison Jackson is having a wonderful week. She not only is a top 5 player of the week, but she is the Baird and Blevins slugger of the week. Congratulations, Addison Jackson, on the top 5 player of the week and the slugger of the week. She's hitting .579. She has 3 homers, 11 RBIs. She already has 11 hits on the season, and she has scored 12 runs already. Again, that's Beard and Blevins. She is the slugger of the week. And then the last top 5 player of the week is from Pineville. And we'll have her on the show here with Coach Daniels here in a few minutes. It's no other than Rachel Howard. Rachel Howard not only is a top 5 player of the week, but she is the Baird and Blevins pitcher of the week. She had a phenomenal week on the pitching mound. She was 5-0 with a 0 ERA, folks. She did not give up a run in those 5 innings, in those 5 outings. She's pitched 28 innings so far this year. Did you hear me here? 28 innings, and she struck out 66 batters. Rachel Howard is on fire as she rounds up the top 5 players of the week, brought to you by Save Right Home Care. She is not only the pitcher of the week, brought to you by Barron and Blevins, but with those 66 strikeouts so far this season, she is the Scott Lisenby, attorney at law, player of the week from Pineville, the Mountain Lions, Miss Rachel Howard. Congratulations for being the player of the week and the pitcher of the week. You deserve it, Rachel. You absolutely had a phenomenal week. Now, let's move on to the team of the week. So far, North Laurel. North Laurel is undefeated. They are already 6-0 on the season. This is brought to you by our good friend, sponsored by Kim Crowley. We appreciate you, Kim. And the North Laurel Lady Jaguars are the fast pitch team of the week. They were 2-0 this week. They are 6-0 so far for the season, and they find themselves playing down in Fort Walden Beach Bash. Coach Edwards has his team clicking on all cylinders. Congratulations to Kim Crowley. North Laurel is the team of the week. Now, we're going to have an opportunity here to look at the first top 10 rating. And again, folks, I'm only one vote, but the media has voted on the top 10 teams of the week. And this is the top 10 standings coming in after 1 week. This is brought to you by, again, Barron and Blevins, attorneys at law. Coming in at number 10, Harlan County. Number 9, Knox Central. Number 8, Whitley County. Number 7, Jackson County. Number 6, Clay County. Number 5, Harlan Independent. And the top 4 teams in the 13th region fast pitch softball, brought to you by Baird and Blevins. Number 4, Pineville, coming in with a 5-0 record. Corbin, 3-1, is number 3. South Laurel, 4-2. They lost earlier this week to North Laurel, who is the number 1 team in the 13th region, according to the 13th region media right now. North Laurel, number 1, coming in through the first week of the season. Congratulations to those top 10 teams. Now, I want to give you the last thing that we're going to give you for softball tonight will be the watch list. This is the watch list for Player of the Year. It is an extensive list with lots of names on there, and this will be narrowed down as the season goes, but you're going to get a chance to see the first watch list here brought to you by Scott Lisenby, attorney at law over there in Harlan. Thank you, Scott, for sponsoring it. And this Player of the Year watch list, it has quite a group of young ladies that are on this list. Any one of them can step up at any time, excuse me, and win this award. Let's take a look at them. Alexis Adams from Harlan County, Addison Baker from South Laurel, Emma Carl from North Laurel, Ella Farley from Harlan, and Abby Fields, also from Harlan. Bella Finley from North Laurel, Danny Foley from Corbin, Rachel Howard from Pineville, Alexis Ingram from Middlesboro, Addison Jackson from Harlan, Ella Lesenby from Harlan, Bailey Martin from Lincamp, Pessaman Holland from North Laurel, Kylie Moore from Jackson County, Emmy Rice from South Laurel, Anna Samples from Clay County, Addison Scott from Bell County, Bella Sizemore from North Laurel, Addison Sloan from Pineville, Charity Steele from Lincamp, Jamin Swafford from Knox Central, Reagan Walker from Corbin, Monica Whitehead from Pineville, Candace Williams from Jackson County, and Kinsey Williams from South Laurel. That is your 13th Region Player of the Year watch list brought to you by our good friend over there, Scott Lisenby, attorney at law over in Harlan. Wow, what a great kickoff to the girls and softball. Congratulations to the winners of the Player of the Week, the Pitcher of the Week, the Slugger of the Week, the top 5 of the week, the Team of the Week, and then the top 10 teams of the week, and also the watch list. We're going to catch our breath. When we come back, we'll look at the boys' sides of things, and then we'll have some guests with us here on the 13th Region Media Network by L4 Security, here as we present Around the Bases, sponsored by Martin's Peterbilt, here on the 13th Region Media Network. Thank you, Allstate Insurance, Zach Davison, and also American Cable.
Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste. Pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more, and we'll stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
Quality, creativity, and customer service. That's what sets Curb Kings apart. Located in London, Kentucky, but serving all the 13th Region and southeastern Kentucky, we are your go-to when looking for top-notch quality. If you want your landscaping to truly stand out, our custom curbing is what you need. With many different designs, styles, and colors, true curb appeal can now be obtained at an affordable price, yet long-lasting solution. With over 25 years experience, let Josh Maxey and his crew help you through your next outdoor project while making it one of the most enjoyable upgrades yet.
Are you ready to turn your real estate dreams into a reality?
If so, contact Sean Disney with USA Realty. With 27 years of banking experience in commercial and real estate lending and 3 years experience as a top multi-million-dollar producing agent. He's honest, professional, and committed to your success. Call Sean today at 606-620-8350. He's ready and waiting to help make your real estate dreams come true.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office, the South Florida agency here on West Cumberland Gap Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call at 528-2030.
No doubt in the world we live in today, security is a number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton and their staff have over 60 years experience in the industry, and they're currently protecting over 12 states. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. Let me introduce you to the good folks at American Cable. They are your premier dish network provider here for Southeast Kentucky. They have packages right now starting as low as $91.99 a month, and you get Netflix free for 2 years. Call the good folks at American Cable, 606-712-4203. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. And we're back here on Martin Peterbilt's presentation of Around the Bases here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network, sponsored by Allstate Insurance agent Zach Davison and American Cable. We just went through the Girls Awards, and wow, what a great 2 weeks it's been off to the great softball. 13th Region is clicking on all cylinders, and we want to bring on some special guests tonight. You saw the pitcher of the week and the player of the week, Miss Rachel Howard from Pineville, and my buddy Robert Daniels, who is the coach there. Coach Daniels, thank you so much for being with us tonight. How you doing, my friend?
Doing good. Thanks for having us on, Ronnie.
Well, so what's going on today in softball land in Pineville, up in northern Bell County?
Well, we got some girls on senior trip, so I've gave them a little break here for Saturday and Sunday, but we're going to get right back after tomorrow. We're off till the 8th. We play first round of All A against Harlan at home, so we're going to try to get after it this week and practice a little bit. We ain't got no games this week, but we're just going to spend our time practicing and trying to get better.
Let's talk about this 5-0 start, Coach. No doubt one of the best starts in program history. Your girls, obviously, defensively with Miss Howard sitting next to you over there. But you've been able to hit the ball pretty well, too, and get some runs.
Well, not like I want us to, Ronnie. We spend a lot of time in the cages over the winter, and, we're cage. Well, they call themselves cage queens, and they can smash the ball in here. But I've preached to them all year long that if you want to be, if you want to be in the tops with the North, South, and Corbins, we got to be able to hit the ball. Now, you told me this last year. You said with this fine lady here, it's her birthday too, Ronnie, today.
I didn't realize that, Rachel. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I'm 18.
She's 18
Thank
today.
you.
Me and you talked about last year, having her on the mound. Anytime you play anybody, you got a shot with her. So, but if we want to be good, we got to continue to hit the ball.
Yeah, and obviously that's important. Pitching is so packed. But so again, Rachel, happy birthday to you. I remember I first met you. You didn't meet me, but I knew you. I used to run the little league there in Corbin, and you played little league down there. You were probably 11 years old or something like that back in the day. I saw this left-handed pitcher, and she had it. Coach Daniel, she had it back then as a young lady. I knew that she was going to be special, but. Rachel, happy birthday to you. How'd you spend your birthday today?
I went to pitching lessons and I got to eat with my dad, and that's really all.
Hey, well, that's all right. When your birthday's in the middle of ball season, you don't have a whole lot of time to do a lot of things. But great start, 66 strikeouts already this year, clicking on all cylinders. Let's talk about your relationship with your catcher, what she means to you, and how things are clicking for you so far.
Well, obviously, as I've been with Addison since I was like in 6th grade, and she's always been my catcher, and she's great because I can throw the ball, but somebody has to catch it. And she's awesome, and she's the best catcher ever, and I love her. So,
Well, that's important, and a catcher can make you if they can't catch the ball and they're running to the fence all the time. Then a lot of times those 4 pitch strikeouts, can or 4 outs in an inning can be something that's aggravating. But yeah, that's and you're hitting the ball pretty good too, Rachel. Let's talk about your hitting this year. Let's brag on that a little bit.
yeah. Yeah.
If she ever got serious, Ronnie, hitting, she'd be probably one of the better pitcher hitters in the region. That we've had because honestly, she can hit the ball, and I think something she works on a lot because she knows that she's going to the next level to pitch. But now she can hit the ball. When the game's on the line, I ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah, I can see it. I've seen it. I've seen some highlights, and she's right up there with anybody else. So, Coach Daniels, let's talk about your team a little bit. We're here to promote your team. Talk about some girls. Obviously Rachel. You've got some other good players that have stepped up for you in order to be 5-0. Who's some girls you kind of want to highlight tonight and talk about a little bit and give some love?
I got another one here with us tonight, Mally Smith. She's moved from the outfield to third base.
She's locked down,
and Rachel says she's locked down. So
there we go.
They don't want to bunt the ball down third baseline. Rachel said so. But honestly, man, I've got 2 seniors that's playing a lot, and Addison and Bailey, and of course, that's big shoes to fill when they leave. But I'm returning a lot. I'll return a lot, but Ray and Maiden's hitting the ball well. Mally's hitting the ball. I got freshman J.C. Caldwell's hitting the ball well. Anybody I'm missing? Monica Whitehead. She's I think she's batting a 6.24 right now or something like that. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're pretty solid, Ronnie. And again, we know that, but and again, you can't beat it into their heads enough. We took one on the chin last year in the region against Corbin. That we know we can compete with everybody. We know we can, but to be where Coach Edwards and Coach Stidham and them's got their programs, we got to continue to work, man. And they're that's what they're doing. And I can't say enough about the addition of Coach Robbie Landrum and the work he's putting in with our girls and
Yeah, you froze up on me there, Coach. I hope we didn't lose you. We'll see if he's able to come back. But yeah, he mentioned Monica Whitehead. She's on the player watch as well as Rachel. So yeah, there you are. I thought I lost you, Coach, but you made it back. You able to hear us okay? No, we may have lost him, but that's all right. Great interview with Rachel and Miss Smith there from Pineville. Pineville is 5-0 on the season. They're having a great season so far, and we're proud of them and what they've been willing to do. and what's happening up there in Pineville. Coach Daniels is a class act, does a great job, and we appreciate him being with us tonight. Also, want to take a minute and listen to one of our other coaches here in the 13th region on the boys' side. We're getting ready to highlight baseball. Back with you here on the 13th Region Media Network. We're so honored tonight to be joined by the head coach of South Laurel, Mr. Trey Smith. Trey, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Why don't you give everybody an update? Tell them where you are right now.
Yeah, we actually just got checked into our resort down here in Myrtle Beach for the Ripken Resort this week. So it's been kind of a chaotic travel day, but we've got everybody settled into their rooms, and we're rocking and rolling now. Getting ready to go practice.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you being with us tonight. A great start so far, Coach. I don't think you could do any better. 5-0. What's been the difference in your team so far this year?
I'll be honest. I feel like we've got a group that's had a lot of experience thrown at them over the last 3 years. We've got 8 seniors on this team this year. We've got several juniors, 5 total, and then we've got several young players that are stepping up right now with a couple of injuries and really contributing to us winning. So it's kind of a little bit of everything, almost a lot of experience, kind of chipping away and keeping us in games, and then not letting innings get out of control on defense. And I'm really proud of our guys so far. They've really stepped up and played great.
Yeah, notice Will Alsop. He started out real big for you, had a big start. Baseball's a game of luck in a lot of ways and slumps here and there, but he's really been a big spark plug for you.
Oh, absolutely. Will's been somebody who's played for us for 4 years now. So, I mean, he's like one of the guys that I'm talking about when I say they've entered this season with a ton of experience under their belt. They know how to react to different situations, and Will pitches a lot of big innings for us, and then he also hits right in the middle of our lineup. So he's done great things.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. I noticed about your, I was looking at your stats and everything. Your seniors, you talked about having 8 seniors, and most of them, they are really contributing. Man, how long has it been since you had 8 seniors, man? That's really unusual for a team.
It's a little bit of a different experience for us with that. It's kind of one of those years where you've got, 8 seniors that are playing big roles for you, and then you've got 2 to 3 juniors that are playing big roles for you. And all of our seniors so far this year have showed great leadership, like I expected them to do. They show up every day. They work hard. They get what I expect, if that makes sense. And they set a really high standard for our team, and I couldn't be more proud of them as a coach.
Well, let's talk about your pitching, because you know as well as I do, the 50th district, daggone, where in the world is a district harder than the 50th district with the competition that you go with? Your pitching, you got some great arms this year. Yeah,
listen, our district is, it's been brutal for several years now. Whitley, Corbin, Williamsburg, they're all great teams. They make it hard on you. But to be honest, it just makes your program better if you handle it the right way. And I feel like our guys have. They've never let adversity kind of deter them. They keep showing up and they keep working. And I feel like we just kind of keep narrowing the gap a little bit and keep grinding at it, and hopefully some good things happen. But our pitching staff is something that I'm really excited about this year. We've got a lot of older guys that are going to toe the rubber for us and pitch a lot of big innings. Will Alsop's one of them that we mentioned earlier, but Waylon Hensley, Keaton Creech, Keaton Smith, Tyler Curry, Austin Bird, and the list goes on and on and on. I mean, it's a lot of depth. And then not only that, I've got 5 young guys that I feel 100% confident to throw out there and get innings for us, because they're uber talented too. And it's definitely a good problem to have as a coach.
Well, yeah, you think about that, obviously you were a great pitcher back in the day. And how does that mindset of being a pitcher transfer over to being a head coach? You've been there long now. You survived COVID. You wasn't there very long before COVID happened, and, everything shut down. Now you're in a nice groove and knowing where everything's going. Just call the way the game.
Yeah, I definitely think it helps, because we talk to our guys about this all the time. When you're a pitcher, you can't hide. You're in the spotlight. You kind of have all focus on you every single pitch. The ball's always in your hands, if that makes sense. And I guess kind of understanding that, and then helping our guys see that, experience that, and then working through adversity. You know what I mean? Because listen, I had to deal with a lot of adversity when I was a young pitcher, having to pitch varsity innings, and some of our guys have had to deal with that over the last 2 to 3 years. And then now, us going through that together and experiencing all those bumps has put us in a situation where they get it. They know what to expect, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, great start, 5-0. You can't get any better than that. So, what is your goals to accomplish down there in Myrtle Beach this week?
I think anytime you take a trip like this, you're just trying to get closer as a team, and you're kind of trying to build that core of what's going to make us as special as we can be as the year goes on. I think we've got a lot of guys who get that. They've been down here before. They understand that this is a kind of like a tournament like atmosphere, because as the week goes on, you get more and more fatigued and it gets harder, and you have to stay mentally sharp to be successful doing this. There's a lot of distractions, just like there is when we're at home. But our guys are old. They get that. They're going to grind, and hopefully we take that next step down there and come back with all guns a-blazing.
Yeah, when you get back, it won't be too long, get right into district play, and that's always interesting. So why don't you let the 13th region kind of know about maybe some of your young up-and-coming ones, people that maybe you've seen a little bit this far this year. Maybe you didn't expect it as much from them, some names that they're going to be hearing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, listen, we've got even though we have an old team, and we have a lot of old guys that are going to be like key spark plugs for us. I mean, it's been nice to see guys like Bryson Turner step up and play second base, pitch a game for us over at Rock Castle, really battle on the mound. Camden DeWeese has been stepping up here and playing really good outfield for us. Had an excellent play against Knox Central the other day, throwing a guy out at home on a relay. Trying to think, Jamison West has stepped up big in a DH role. We've had a couple of guys kind of dinged up here, and we've had to move some pieces around, and he's stepped up and done an excellent job coming in, and had a big-time hit the other day against Rockcastle that actually scored, I think, the go-ahead run in the sixth inning, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, I'm just excited about all of our young guys. The list goes really deep, and it's a really good problem. So that sophomore class is super talented. My freshman class is super talented with Brody Garland and Jackson Ketching and Isaac Alsop. So, I mean, the future is bright, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, and we appreciate you, man, working to be with us on the show tonight, traveling all day today. It means a lot, but we just wanted to give your team some love and just wish you the best of luck this year, Coach. Being around the 13th region, watching you grow up and come through the system, and knowing your dad, and knowing what it means to you to have that Laurel County, South Laurel across your chest. I know it means something to you.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, we talk about it all the time about what it means to, wear our logo across your chest, and the pride that comes with that, and then what you carry even after you leave this program, and you're always a part of it. So, I mean, last year when we did the field dedication for my dad, having all of our guys come back that have been a part of the program, and having 50, 60 alumni there that either played for him or played for me, I mean, it was just unbelievable atmosphere, and I think we've got a special program, and I'm excited to be ahead of it.
Yeah, well, like I said, the future's bright, and man, I can't wait to see these district matchups when you get to that. And I know ultimately your goal is to win the district tournament, and we just wish you the best of luck, Coach. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and thanks for all you guys do.
All right. That was Coach Trey Smith from South Laurel Class Act, man. You got to love Trey. Those of you that watched him pitched in Moorhead, great player at South, and now he's back coaching. And GJ, everybody in Laurel County knows him. He was great. So let's dig into some awards and things for the boys for some baseball. You guys ready for some baseball right here? Let's start out with the top 5 players of the week, brought to you by Akins Construction. Call Jordan today. Good folks at Akins, Mark and Jordan Akins, they will take care of you if you need anything built. Let's take a look at the top 5 players of the week from Barberville. Luke Hilliard. Luke was 2-0 this week with a 1.08 ERA. In just 13 innings, he struck out 27 batters. Not only that, he's hitting .519 with 14 hits, 12 runs scored, 13 RBIs, and 9 doubles already. Congratulations, Luke Hilliard, on being one of the top 5 players of the week. Then we go to Whitley County. Spencer Bargo. Spencer Bargo from Whitley County, 5 RBIs, 2 doubles. He's walked 4 times and has a .500 batting average to move on there and have a great week. He's one of the top 5 players of the week. Then we can talk about E.J. Allen from Whitley County. E.J. is batting .400 on the season, has 2 stolen bases, scored 6 runs, and has 6 hits for the week. A great week. Not only that, he's 1-0 on the mound with a 0.58 ERA, and he has struck out 13 batters in 12 innings. E.J. Allen, one of the top 5 players of the week. Then you've got Will Alsop. Will Alsop from from South Laurel, 1-0 with a 1.40 ERA. He has struck out 16 batters in just 10 innings, and he's also batting .357. He's already been on base 10 times with a homer and 4 RBIs. So Will Alsop is not only he's a top 5 of the week, he is also the slugger of the week, brought to you by Baird and Blevins. Congratulations to Will Alsop, the slugger of the week, with those 10 times being on base. And he's also one of the top 5 players of the week. Now, the fifth one there that's mentioned is Mr. Lucas Elam. Lucas Elam from Jackson County. Lucas Elam from Jackson County. Let's talk about him this week. This guy has been absolutely on fire so far this season. He is batting .500 on the season. He already has 7 stolen bases. He has scored 16 runs already, 6 RBIs, and 13 hits. So here for the Aikens Construction top 5, Lucas Elam is not only one of the top 5 players of the week, but he is our boys player of the week for baseball from Jackson County. Lucas Elam, brought to you by Beard and Blevins there. As far as being the player of the week, I'm sorry, that's Scott Lisenby. Excuse me, Scott Lisenby there in Harlan, the boys player of the week. And I mentioned again, he's got 16 runs with those 7 bases already that he's stolen this week. Congratulations, Lucas. Congratulations to the top 5 in Aikens Construction. And we've got the slugger of the week that we mentioned, Will Alsop. We've got the player of the week in Lucas Elam. Now let's talk about the pitcher of the week. The pitcher of the week comes from Whitley County, brought to you by Baird and Blevins. It is Christian Wilson from Whitley County. Let's talk about Christian Wilson. 2-0 this week with a 0.58 ERA. He struck out 13 in 12 innings. He's only given up 1 run on this season. Congratulations, Christian Wilson, the Baird and Blevins pitcher of the week. Now let's move on and talk about the top 10 teams of the week. This is brought to you by Edward Jones and Son, Mr. Eli Broughton. Go see Eli there in Barberville. He represents Edward Jones and Son. He's the proud sponsor of the top 10 teams of the week. Coming in at number 10, Barberville. Number 9, Knox Central. Number 8, Harlan Independent. Number 7, Clay County. Number 6, North Laurel. Number 5, Bell County. Number 4, Jackson County with an 8-game winning streak. Number 3, Corbin. They played top 5 team in the state twice with 2 of those losses. The number 2 team in the region, South Laurel. We just talked to Trey Smith, head coach. They're 5-0. And the number 1 team in the first pairing of the top 10 teams of the week, brought to you by Eli Broughton and Barberville at Edward Jones, is the Whitley County Colonels. Coach Shope's team starting out 5-0 on the season. They are the team of the week, number 1 there as far as that goes. Now, the team of the week goes to It's brought to you by our friend Kim Crowley. Goes to Jackson County. They won the All-A for the 13th region. Congratulations to Jacob Bolin, our old buddy there. 8-game winning streak. They will go on to play in the state tournament for Class A. 8 wins in a row. They are hotter than a firecracker right now. And congratulations, Jackson County. They're your 13th region team of the week. Now let's take a look at the watch list, the player of the year watch list, brought to you by Barrett and Blevins. These are the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network potential players. This list will change during the season, but let's take a look at it now. Christian Wilson from Whitley County, Cameron Smith from North Laurel, Isaiah Sizemore from Williamsburg, Ethan Jackson from Clay County, Luke Hilliard from Barberville, Eli Fryer from Harlan, Cam Eastep from Corbin, Lucas Elam from Jackson County, Keaton Creech from South Laurel, Ashton Clemens from Jackson County, Noah Sima from Corbin, Blake Burnett from Bell County, Spencer Bargo from Whitley County, E.J. Allen from Whitley County, and Will Alsop from South Laurel. And you got to throw Kate Elam when his injury is over. Will be in that list. That is your Barrett and Blevins watch list for your potential players of the year on the boys' side of things in the 13th region. What an exciting time it has been tonight to be with you here on the 13th Region Media Network. We're excited. We had a game of the week in softball this week. A North and South was a great game. DC Turner will be having a baseball game of the week. It's going to be a little different this week. A lot of the teams are off. A lot of teams out of town, but we will have a game of the week that we'll be talking about a little bit later. But we're glad. We appreciate all of our fine sponsors that made it happen. You can see them scrolling on the bottom of your screen. We appreciate all the coaches and players that came to be a part of us tonight. And we just appreciate the opportunity to promote the athletes here in the 13th region. So on behalf of our crew, this is Ronnie Smith thanking you for being with us tonight on the Martins Peterbilt L4 Security 13th Region Media Network presentation of Around the Bases, sponsored by American Cable and Zach Davison from Allstate Insurance.